Hello, 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 hello. Thanks for tuning in to the Barbara Cox Podcast. And today's question, are you sleep deprived? Are you sleep deprived? Once again, are you sleep deprived? Are you someone who does not get enough sleep? We should be getting anywhere from 7 to 9 hours of sleep. And some of us do better with 7. Some of us need the 9. Some of us are okay with 8. But somewhere in between there, we should be getting that amount of hours of sleep. If not, you will find yourself sleeping. You'll be drowsy. You'll be moody, less productive. It's just not a really good thing. You want to make sure you get plenty of sleep. Or you sleep deprived today. And also, when you find yourself sleep deprived, you are missing out on so many things that happens during sleep. The body needs that time of rest and restoration. Needs to be restored. That's the time when God restores us, when we're resting. And also, that's the time when God deposits so many creativities into our spirit, into our minds, ideals. I know for a fact that's been the greatest thing of my life. That's when God deposits songs into my spirit when I'm asleep. It's when I hear songs. I hear those songs when I'm asleep, and so you miss out on so many things that God has for us spiritually when we're not in that mode, in that sleep mode. So that being sleep deprived means that you are sleepwalking. Are you sleepwalking? Should be another question. A question on a question. So you'll find yourself throughout your day walking, but in reality, you're still sleeping. That's when you're dozing. You're miserable. And you're not able to really function. You're not able to concentrate because you are sleep deprived. You have been deprived of this amazing gift of sleep, getting your body in a position to where it's completely resting, in that resting mode. And just taking your mind is completely off of everything going that you have went through during the day, or anything that's worrying you. And God tells us not to worry, but to just give our cares unto Him, and tells us not to be anxious. So this is our time when we're just resting in the Lord, and we're just resting, and we're leaning on Him, and we're trusting Him, and we're getting that sweet sleep. And so when you're going to bed, you have to make sure that there's not a lot of light in your room, so that you can be able to go into your sleep within hopefully 5 to 15 minutes. Go into a nice deep realm of sleep. And so, but when there's a light on, it may keep you from falling into sleep. That's why a lot of times we dim lights, we cut off lights. We may have a small night light of some sort. I like a light out in the foyer or the hallway outside my room, because I don't like a complete dark home, but I need that light not to be on me while I'm trying to drift off into the sleep, into the dream world. So once again, as I said earlier, when you're deprived of sleep, you're deprived of these dreams, these visions that God gives you during that time of sleepness. And then you wake up with these great ideals that God gave you during your sleep mode. And also you wake up rejuvenated. You wake up ready to go forward and do the job that God has for you, the assignment that God has ordained for you. But when you are sleep deprived, you are unable to do that. You're drowsy. Your mind is foggy. You have lost the sleep that you need. You haven't gotten that sleep that you need. So. And I can honestly say you will be moody when you don't get enough rest, and you honestly do not want to be, moody. You don't want to be frustrated, angry, irritated. All those things come with sleep deprivation. You have been denied the rest that you need in order to be able to function. You will not be as productive. You will not without enough sleep. Once again, we need to have anywhere from 7 to 9 hours of sleep. And a lot of us, we're able to function without those 7 to 9 hours. We don't have any problems going throughout our day on less hours of sleep. However, in the long run, you will begin to feel that effect on your body. So you do want to make sure that you are going to bed and allowing yourself 7 to 9 hours. There are times when I'm up tossing and turning, or I'm watching TV, or I'm on my computer, and I look at my clock, and it's like 2-3 o'clock in the morning. And so I'm training myself not to be watching a movie so late, learning how to shut the TV off at a certain time. Learning how to log off of my computer at a certain time, because I'm realizing that I have to set a sleep pattern, a sleep time, in order for me to be able to get my 7 to 9 hours of rest. Now, I know that I need at least about 8 hours myself personally. I'll do 9 if I'm real tired, but I need at least 8 hours. And I have found myself staying up late working on projects, and the next day I am very, very drowsy, and I'm not able to function, especially when I know that I have something very important to do the next day. It's very essential that I go to bed at a certain time so that I can have those hours of sleep, so that I'm able to fully function the next day, being very, very highly functional in the assignment that God has for me to do the next day. So today's question: are you sleep deprived? Then you are missing out on the greatest gift that God has given us, and that is the gift of dreaming. We go into that dreaming mode, and then God begins to deposit things into our spirit, and we begin to operate from those moments of sleep. And the body needs that rest. The body needs to be able to have the time where it's not doing anything physical. You're just in a state of sleep. So today is very important, once again, that you sleep anywhere from 7 to 9 hours so that you're able to fully function. So today's question is just a question on not being a person that is sleepwalking. But you find yourself operating to the full capacity because you have gotten your 7 to 9 hours of rest. You're able to be restored. A lot of times when we're going through things, we don't realize that if we just get plenty of rest, it's going to help us to be able to deal with it better. I always say a nice hot bubble bath and then go to sleep. It's going to help you to be able to deal with it better. Sleep on it. You're working on an assignment. I remember being in college, and even now when I'm working on paperwork or working on a book, I have to get that rest so that I can be able to write better the next day. So you have to sleep on it. You got to go to sleep so the next day you're more rejuvenated, because once again, while you're sleeping, God is doing some restoring. He's releasing some things inside of you that's going to help you the next day. So you need to be in a quiet room. I know some people like to sleep with music. I can listen to a music for a little while and then it has to shut off. I listen to my Bible sometimes. It plays throughout the night, and then I have it to where it shuts off, because I have to get into that deep mode, into that sleep to where it has to be complete quietness. And once again, I can't have a light flickering in my face, but some part of the house, because so it won't be completely dark. So today's question: are you sleep deprived? If you are, then you're missing out on some of the greatest dreams, the greatest inventions, the greatest creation that God can give you through your sleep mode. And also your body needs that time of rest. So thanks for tuning in to the Barbara Cox Podcast. And today's question: are you sleep deprived? Bye-bye.